What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about a risk that you can possibly take, but it'll make you a millionaire. Now, for those of you guys that don't really understand about team captains and what they are doing in this year of Madden, I'm going to explain it to you, right? Now, I do have a video explaining to you guys how to get the tokens. We're going to touch on that as well, and I'm going to explain, how to make the most out of team captains every season. Okay, so pretty much whatever your team is, I'm going to give you guys like 2 or 3 examples. And if you're a member of the channel, obviously, you can ask more questions and we'll go into it a little bit more. But everyone that saw this, that I raid sold Charles Woodson today, was very concerned. They're like, yo, G, why would you get rid of him? He's one of the best corners in the game. I don't understand it. Why would you do that, right? And I'm trying to explain to them, because he plays just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's not like somebody with his same speed is not going to do the same thing. The cards are going to play mostly based on their speed attribute. So as long as they can't get burnt, it's going to be the same outcome. They're going to get mossed or other stuff is going to happen. So I don't want you guys to feel like any card is like, yo, if you can make another one and it costs you less, that it would make a difference if you got rid of them. It really doesn't matter. So when you look at his base card, right? 87 speed, which I'm going to show you guys, obviously the +3 speed you get from a 50-50 theme team and the crystal players, right? So it wouldn't really matter if I had another player that can get to 90 speed like Charles Woodson. So since I sold him, his price is still hovering around the same thing. It's not a big deal. It's not like his price is going to skyrocket up because they can't adjust his speed. And as the seasons change, the players get, less useful on your squad. You recycle them, get rid of them, quick sell them for 350. It's a lot of different ways you get rid of them, but why not get the most out of it while it's currently going on? So that's my viewpoint with it. All right. Now on theme teams, Green Bay or the Raiders, he would be able to successfully get the +3 speed with the 50-50 plus the crystal players, right? So now that you guys see what's going on with it, I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going. Aqib Talib, right? The team captain. He's been actually, I would say, one of the best team captains consistently that I've seen in years in Madden. All right. So now we have him fully upgraded. He gets all 32 team chems. So you could do this for any of your teams. All right. If you have a corner that's expensive, G said to do it. It's probably going to work. Now he's a 90 speed, just like Charles Woodson. Now, he is 6'1 versus 6'2. I know size matters, but not in this case right here, dude. Like, it really just doesn't. They're going to play the same exact way. Nothing's going to change. Yeah, his zone is lower. Doesn't matter. The game plays based on speed, and, it depends on the skill position of where they are, but it's not going to be that much of a difference. Now, since I've raid sold him, I've literally saw no difference in the way my defense plays. If a player is there, he's either going to react or he's not going to react. That's one of the major things with Madden 26. The defense doesn't do anything. They just stand around and just be like, yo, what you doing today? And they just get dotted. And we're, pretty much where it is. So inside of the field pass, right, before I get more into like the defensive strategies, inside of the field pass, when you go to team builders, these are the objectives that you would have to do to get team captain tokens. And you get them inside the field pass. But getting back to the players themselves, they really just play, they play the same. So if you have an opportunity to take a look at your squad and you're like, you know what? Let me get rid of this limited right now. You might as well do it. Also, if you max out the game, the game time field pass, you're going to get these options, right? And I was getting this question, G, should we take a B&D and possibly pull one of the limiteds and keep them B&D? I'm going to take my coins. Because with EA Sports, you never know what's going to happen. But one thing can be consistently true. Most of you guys that are watching this video are going to pull something really bad if you were to take the B&Ds. So just take the coins and try to do something with it. I know it's only 20K, but that could be the difference between getting a player and not. So it depends on where you are with your scheme and with your team. But when you look at the other team captains, right, let's just go over a few of them. There's only 3 of them that are really good. All right. Now, Greg Olsen. Some of you guys were saying, yo, look, G, I need a really good tight end. He gets the 86 speed with the +3. What are my thoughts on that? Well, he is 6'5", which the height is there. Everything is good like that. That's always a plus. But it depends on what you need. I'm showing you based on what I need. I'm going to explain to you guys right now why making him 86 speed doesn't really help me, right? But for you, it might. Because you may be looking for like that skill position might be your thing. So if it's your thing, you're going to go ahead and probably make Greg Olsen 86 speed, which is one of the faster speeds of the tight ends currently. Now, I have Brock Bowers. And remember, this is a team captain, well, not team captain, team builder champion. So he gets all 32 team chems. So because of the fact that you can make him and his price has dropped tremendously, why not just make him? It doesn't make any sense not to. If you think about it, it's actually going to help you out regardless just having him right now, because his price really can't go that much lower over the next couple of weeks. So you could just rent them out. Remember, I completed the set and sold him for about 3.1 million. I just bought him back for 1 million today. So you got to know when to do stuff and how to do it. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense to make the Greg Olsen, because that card gets all 32 team chems. So it doesn't matter what your team is. Now, someone did ask about Michael Crabtree, right? And you can see right there, he's going to go up to an 89 speed, similar to the the season 1 T Higgins. He'll be at 89 speed with the +3. Is that enough though? Is that something that's going to make you jump? Like, yo, I should probably do this. For me, no. Because he's too, he doesn't have the height and stuff like that, and I'm mossing. So he's not going to be able to be that guy for me. So I'm good on him. He's good. Let's just get rid of that dude. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only guys that I would say you could consider. But now look, if you have a wide receiver on your team that's a limited, like Marvin Harrison Jr., who's one of the most expensive players currently available, would it make sense? You see what I'm saying? Would it make sense to get rid of him now? Yes, Marvin Harrison Jr. is 6'3", all that stuff, but would it make sense to get your coins now? I think it would. Because why would you keep him? If you can make another card for free that is doing the same exact things, unless you're mossing, it doesn't make any sense. If you just run a regular scheme, he's going to play the same exact way. But you're sitting on a card that's not going to maintain its value. Especially with the fact that in 3 days, Season 2 is here. So you don't know what they're going to give us. So you got to start to look at what's going on with it, so that way when it comes time for a card you actually do want, you got the coins. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to sit on any player that's going to be exactly the same weight as another player. It just does not make sense. So these are things that we have to figure out now. What do we want to do? Do we want to actually go that route and just say, you know what? I don't care, bro. I'm going to do this. Or do we want to be logical and say, you know what? Let's get rid of these cards while it makes sense. Let's just get rid of them. But the other team captains, I wouldn't bat an eye. AJ Hawk, Mac, Atkins, I wouldn't bat an eye on them, bro. Those 3 I just showed you, though, I'm pretty sure several of you guys are going to have players at those positions that are going for decent coin. And I would just suggest you take the risk. Until next time, one love, y'all.